Hi, I'm Rick Maurer. Welcome to the Change Without Migraines series. Today I'm going to talk about taking control of the threats that we feel during this current crisis. Last week I sent an email out to my list of about 3,100 people, and I just wanted to know, so what are you paying attention to now at work that you weren't paying attention to 6 weeks ago? And, what's keeping you awake at night, those sorts of things. I asked 3 or 4 questions. And what didn't surprise me is the number of comments talking about what it's like to work in a virtual environment when they were new to it, and how do you coordinate things, how do you make sure that people's voices get heard, all of those kind of things. But I also heard a lot of deeply personal and highly emotional things. For instance, a couple of people said, I'm really worried about my retirement. Other people said, I'm worried about my health, or what's going to happen to me or my family, or I can't be around the people I love. And I was struck by how present those comments were, kind of in what was just going to be a business survey of what's going on, and just how much it's got our attention, and how much that can distract us from other kinds of things. Well, as I was going through the responses to these questions that I sent out, I was reading an op-ed in the paper by Amanda Ripley. A few years ago, she wrote a book called The Unthinkable, where she really explored a lot of unthinkable disasters. Said, how come some people get through it okay? I'm not talking about the people who actually got hit with something and killed. I'm talking about the people who are just there, the anxiety, all of that going on. Some people give in to that. Other people are able to survive okay. And so she tells stories about that. I really like the book a lot. It came out in 2008. Obviously, it did not cover the COVID-19 crisis, but the op-ed did. And by the way, I'll give you information about how you can find that on a really simple Google search in just a couple minutes. But she talked with a medical doctor who's been treating people with COVID-19. The doctor's name is Dr. Sabrina Fakrir. I hope I pronounced the doctor's name correctly. And she said, the biggest thing we can do is make sure that our immune system is working for us. That's the biggest thing that can really help. And so she talked about some things that can really be helpful. One is eat whole foods. Now, this isn't going to be a thing on diets, but what she's talking about is whole foods tend to give us the nutrients we need to build up our immune system. Okay. Another is talk to people. Now, some people are pretty isolated during this pandemic, and if you're one of those people, you're just working at your computer, but you're hardly talking to other people. I think the suggestion here is talk to other people. Even if it's not work related, even if it's not work, having connections in our lives matters. Okay? Third thing is exercise, right? And the doctor was saying, 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes or more probably a day is really a good thing. Get plenty of sleep. Okay. And I'm not going to go through how you go about doing that because I've read a lot about that because it's an issue for me. But in this time when there's this heightened anxiety for us, having a strong immune system is important, and sleep is a big thing that can help that. Okay. And the final thing that she said is be in the present as much as possible. And so Amanda Ripley said, for instance, things like gardening, any kind of hobby that just captures your attention, listening to music, playing music, as well as meditation, like mindfulness meditation, anything that gets us away from thinking about, this could happen, and paying attention to what is right in front of us can be very, very helpful. So I found this really helpful. I thought you might find it helpful and interesting as well. So thanks for watching.